Hey, I'm gonna go find some treasures. Go look for some treasures. You eat your bones. Okay, we're back down at the river. Water's up a little bit from the last time. I don't remember if I filmed this last time, but it was way down in this mud right here. I had to lay sticks down in there to step on just to get the kayak launched. But we're down a little bit south of what we usually go at the honey hole. And we're gonna go up through here and check out that site where we saw those bottles in that fire pit coming out. Hopefully we'll be able to still sift a little bit where that fire pit's at for this water being high. I don't know, but that's also good because up through here there was so much mud when the water's low that you couldn't hardly get into anything. So maybe there'll be a couple other places we could stop and check out. Whoa, I thought that was a bee's nest hanging there. It's just some kind of camouflaged tarp or something, some kind of camo net. Looked like a bee's nest from back here. Well, I'm gonna get started. It's a pretty good paddle up through there, and I'll get back with you on my first stop. Well, I paddled north, and I think I passed the place with the bottles in the fire pit. I didn't see it, so I'll have to scan better as I go back to shore. I stopped right here because I saw a glass bottle sticking out. It was laying right in there, but it's like an old screw top juice bottle, 1970 or something. Not really what I'm looking for. It is a pretty cool heavy bottle, but I'm gonna look around on this beach. I mean, there is a cut bank right next to the beach. Just be better if there wasn't all these leaves and weeds in here. Like I said before, this place would be a good surface hunting area if it just didn't have all these weeds in. Probably in the winter time, after a flood washed all this stuff out. Still a lot of driftwood though. You get 1,000 pieces wash out, 1,500 more wash in. I'll look around here. If not, I'll go a little bit slower on the way back down. I should have marked that on the map last time, but I didn't. But I'll get back with you if I find anything. Right there's a little plant growing out of that Folgers coffee container. Yeah, I like to come up here and check up in these banks because you can't really look in there right now until it floods and washes all those leaves away, especially after fall, because all these leaves are still in the trees. They're going to fall down and make it even worse for a while. But there is some up in these banks. See where these animals and these digging up in here, and the roots give way, and that lets stuff fall down. But there is some campfire stones coming out here. See how that's, I don't know if you can see it on camera, it's red and fired. But I like to look through this stuff. Right there's a piece, a fired piece of sandstone. This dirt's really soft. But there's a pit coming out here. I don't know if I'd find anything just searching through here, but once it lays down there on the beach, it kind of stops. But it's gonna fall out of this bank if we get any hard rain. This might be a fire pit coming out right here. I don't see anything. Just stones. I might get in the kayak. I need to go a little slower down the beach and find that place I was at last time. All right, I'll get back with you. There's a huge snapping turtle right there under me. I don't know if you can see him or not. He's huge. Look at the tail on that. Wow, he had to have been 15 inches round. Okay, I found the place with the bottles. So you can see right here, here's the crock pieces that were laying out. I might dig around in this dirt, try to find some old bottles. And then I'm gonna go find the place where the fire pit was coming out, if I can find it. The water's up probably a foot from when that, you know, the last time I was here, and it makes everything look a little different. Right over here, there was a bunch of old bricks. Ugh. Here, you can see there was an old house or something. All these old bricks right here. And I'm sure that's where those bottles are coming from, whatever was here before. I'm gonna scratch around, see if I can't find something. I'll get back with you. I'm scratching around through these rocks, and I'm finding old glassware. Right there's an old cork top bottle, real old. Heavy seam up the side. There's got to be more in here somewhere. It's hard digging in all these rocks with this rake. I'll keep looking. This seems to be where the concentrated glass is at. I don't know, I'm finding pieces. See, right there's something coming out right there. Piece of a crock, a little crock. Right there's some glass. Oh, there's, what is that? Another crock piece, I think. There's a lot of rocks in here. There's glass right there. See, there's, look at that. Busted, but that would have been nice. Top to a little crock. The whole rim. That's probably a piece of the bottom of it. Looks like the glass is coming out right in this area. With all these rocks. Okay, I can't hold this and rake at the same time, so I'm gonna rake right here. See if I find anything else coming out. Move some of these rocks out of here. So I looked this up online, and it is a French's, must be mustard jar. And there's one just like it. February 23rd, 1915 is the date on that. February 23rd, 1915. So this is a pretty old homestead right here. And right up in here, I just don't know where to scratch at. I'm just hitting here and there. There's a lot of stuff concentrated in here, and where these stones are coming out. I don't know if these were used like foundation stones or what at the old house, but you can see there's that rim, and then right behind it was another little top of a crock, and that came out right in here. But there's so many stones I can't move all this stuff. I'll go back over where I found that mustard. Wait, I see some. See, there's some pieces of something up in there. I can move all this stuff and get in there. Some roots and rocks are killing me here. I'll go over here and scratch around where I found this mustard jar. I'm just raking around in here where I can. Just pop this out. It's an old jar lid. It says, let's get this dirt off of it. I can't hardly read it. It says Mason. For Mason fruit jars. Lined cap. That's an old one. We'll keep that one too. That's an old one. I'm just going to scratch around here and there and see what I can come up with. Okay, well this has to be the dump area right here. I would say the family dump was right here, because this is where most of the glass is at. And they must have thrown all these stones in the dump. Right here's another lid to a canning jar. Still a little bit of the metal cap, but there's another lid to a canning jar. So this has to be the dump, I would say. There's glass in here. A lot of glass. I found this, you know, I'm finding broken bottles. There's that medicine bottle I turned up, found laying on the surface last time, and here's a broken bottle. I can see WVA, West Virginia, on it. So about all I can do is scratch around in here and try to move some of these rocks. There's rocks and roots. It's near impossible to dig, but I'll keep looking. Turn something up maybe. No, we're definitely on the dump now. I'm finding a lot of glass shards. Right here's another broken little medicine bottle. Dang, that's a shame on that. That's a slick anyway, but it's broken. Right here in this dirt. Okay, I just raked out. I think it's a whole one. Little medicine bottle, and it's old. Little cork top. Let me get down here and rinse this off. That was right after my last little clip there. Oh, it's got a crack in it, but it's all there. Oh, it's got like a little design on the front. You know what that, just a little swirl design, look kind of like a treble clef. Oh, you can see a crack in it right there. But I'm still taking that because it's all there, even though it is cracked. We might pull something nice out of here. Maybe a crock. As many crock pieces are up here. You never know. That's pretty cool little find, even with the crack in it. What we got now? We got us a little medicine bottle, French's mustard jar from 1915, 2 caps to canning jars. That's our find so far, and several old crock pieces. Man, I'd love to pull one of those out of their hole. I'm gonna keep right at it. I think I'm on to the stuff, the family dump. Here you can see all these shards I'm pulling out. It's just scattered. There's no, I haven't hit a real hot spot yet. It's just scattered right in this area. But it's all these rocks making it hard to dig in here, and these roots. You can see all these shards I've pulled out. Just old medicine bottle tops. Another broken medicine bottle. Here's a plate. It says ironstone china. Old plate. I got something right here in the ground. I don't know if it's a jar or what. It's something big.
Looks like a jar. Oh my, it might be an old medicine bottle. Look at that. Oh, it's broken. Darn. I see it busted right there. Dang it. Get the shovel and pop it out, see what it would have been. Doggone it. Thought we had a good one there. Let me turn this off and get this bottle out. Right there's what it was, a huge cork top bottle. That would have been nice. But it was laying right in here under the dirt, but it was busted. Right there's another piece of it. Darn. We'll dig around right in here and see if we can find anything else. Man, shame on that. I hope I didn't bust that with my rake. I'll take it easy from now on. Here's the bottom off of a bottle. It says Wheeling, West Virginia. I don't know what that would have been, a soda bottle or maybe. It's really thick, heavy glass. What's this? Looks like that's probably the bottom off of that big giant cork top. I'm still at it. Now here's a shard. It might have been the top of that Wheeling bottle. It says Raymond Brewing Company. I don't know if that was in Wheeling. I don't know. But I'm digging right in here. There's just so many roots and things in here to dig through. I didn't bring my machete. I got a little shovel that I could chop out the roots with. There's another little medicine bottle with the side shattered out of it. Dang. A lot of broken stuff in here. Oh man, this seems like the most stuff is right here. And that tree had to grow right on top of it. With all these roots in. But it seems like most of the stuff's right here. So I'm going to stay right here. You can see all the shards I'm pulling out. I mean, it's not concentrated like a city dump or anything, but I figure it was just a one family dump. Over the years, they've thrown stuff out there. I like to find a crock in there. Okay, I got something sticking out here. Stuff's in there pretty deep. I mean, all these floods must have covered it over. Well, I figured all this dirt just keeps falling on top of it. Got something right here. It looks, I can see, like, I don't know, indentions where you could tell something was right there laying. It looks kind of metal. I'm gonna try to dig this out. Let me get a stick or something. It's hard to do this and hold this camera. I don't have a harness with me. But I want to break it using my shovel. And so far I don't see any broken places on it. There's something, metal or something has rusted right on it in a circular pattern there. If I can get under it. It looks square. Feels whole. Please be whole. Yes. Let's go wash this off. Got a whole one. It's a nice cork top. Oh, it's, you can tell this is hand blown glass too. The top's not even straight on it. Rinse this off. I don't know if it's got any embossing on it or, yes, it says something on the side. Got mud all over it. Oh, a nice one. It says, get over here, I can't read it. Man, I can't. I'm gonna rinse it off a little better. It's in some fancy script. Makes it hard to read. mud out of it. It's a nice one, huh? H. I will have to take that home and look at it. My eyes are not the best. Starts with an H. Himmelcoids. I can't. Looks like it says Himmelcoids or Hammelcoids. I can't. It's some kind of fancy script. H. I don't know. I'll have to look that up when I get home. Here's something on the bottom. Hold on. The Palisade Manufacturing Company, Yonkers, New York. Oh, that's a nice one. Maybe there'll be a lot more whole ones down underneath the dirt like that. Sit right there with our other finds. Go back to digging. Just raked another small bottle out. Small ones seem to make it a lot better. And this got something on it too. Oh, it's got a lot of writing on this one. Clean it off. Nice little cork top. Small. When I get home, I'll clean these up and show them better. Let's rinse this off. It says Sounders Elegant Flavoring Extracts, Royal Remedy, Dayton, Ohio. Very cool little bottle. Yeah, we're on to them now. Stay right in there. Well, we got another little medicine bottle. I'll tell you what, this dump digging's harder than arrowhead sifting. There's another one. Same kind of as that first one we saw with the crack in it, but this one's good. Same exact bottle. I don't see any cracks in this one. It says something on the bottom. It's just a number. Yeah, this is a good one here. No cracks. So that's the second one of those we found. I don't know if I'm in the old privy, the outhouse, or what. You can see kind of the dirt where the stuff's at. It's kind of different colored, like rust. They must have threw some metal down in there with it. I'm gonna keep at it for a while anyway, until I run out of time. I still want to go up there and check where that fire pit was coming out. So I'm gonna leave some time for that. We can always come back here. We've got another one. It looks like a slick, but yeah, there's no embossing on this. Still a nice old bottle. Nice little old bottle. You can see all these are handmade. I mean, the top's not even in line with the bottle. Kind of crooked. Yeah, it's a nice one. I got it kind of up high on the bank. So, I'm not going to stay here too much longer. I still got to go check that other stuff. I just found another slick medicine bottle, but the top's chipped right there. Dang. Seems like this family just had medicine bottles. I don't see any. Well, I guess they did have food containers, those crocks. So you know this stuff's old. Because I'm not finding any like mason jar. I did find a couple mason jar lids there, but you know this stuff's got to be old. As many crock pieces come out of here. I just wish there wasn't so many rocks. Okay, I'm all in. I did a lot of digging, and I want to go up here and see if I can't find the spot where I saw those campfire stones coming out. Maybe do a few sample screens, and after that I'm heading in. Got a couple more hours. Man, I was here a long time. We didn't find any whole crocs, just we found at least 10 or 15 shattered ones, and the stuff's just really scattered in here. I think I was on the main stuff, but who knows, it might be on over there, might be more stuff, or maybe it was just a small dump. I don't know. It's just scattered around. There's not really a lot of stuff in here, but what is in here is really old. Well, as you saw by that mustard jar, at least 1915 or older, so 100 years plus. Plus those old medicine bottles, they had to be 100 years plus. All right, I'm gonna head up the river and see if I can't find this spot, and I'll get back to you when I get up here, if I find it. Well, good news is I found it, and it was only about 100 feet up the beach from the digging site. So I'm gonna run the screen through here, a couple sample screens over in here where I saw that nutting stone a few weeks ago. See if I can't get any flakes or anything. I could see some campfire stones coming out right there. I'll get back with you if I find anything. Well, I ran a few sample screens. I'm not seeing anything here. There are some campfire stones. There was a fire pit coming out, but I'm just not. I ran the screens, and maybe if I came back with my bigger sifter. There's not a lot of sand in here. I mean, the base clay is just right under maybe 1 inch. This would probably be a good area to surface hunt if all these leaves weren't in here. Maybe this spring or in the winter after a high water washes them all out. But it's only going to get worse in a few weeks when all these leaves start falling, unless there's a high enough water to wash them out of here. But I'm going to head back down the river and maybe stop at a couple places, surface hunt. You can see all this junk that washes in here. There's a teddy bear washed in. This stuff's hard to look here. About the only place you can look is up near the bank where the junk's not laying. There's an old basketball. You know, I always get up under this stuff. You never know what could be laying out. Not having much luck surface hunting. See, in the summertime, or in the wintertime, all this will die off, all this stuff here. And all these bushes. And there'll be clear beaches then. Be better to look. Every time I come down, there's birds. There they go. Every time I come down here, there's birds sitting on that stump. And they took off. They don't let you get very close, though. I'm headed back to the truck. Okay, we made it back home, and we had a pretty good day on the river. We didn't find any points, but we weren't really... After we started finding bottles, I didn't figure I was going to find any points, not enough time. Plus, I went up there and did some sample screens, and I don't think that spot's as good as I thought it would be. But anyway, I just wanted to check it out. But the dump did produce, and it produced some very nice stuff here. Not a lot of stuff, but the stuff scattered in there. And if I have more time, I know I could get some more bottles, nice bottles. I know they're in there. I probably saw 10, 15 broken crocs, some of the smaller ones. So
I know there's smaller ones in there, and the smaller stuff does have a better chance at surviving than that larger stuff. There were several larger broken crocks in there, but I mean a lot of broken crocks. And this stuff is not like digging in a dump where they've burned and there's an ash layer. It's down in the dirt and clay. It's been there for a long time on that riverbank. But first, what we didn't see in our last video a few weeks ago when we were there, this was laying on top of the surface. It's a jar. It says, "It's French's," and I'm assuming that's a mustard jar. And I looked online, and this is the date, February 23rd, 1915. And that is probably the newest thing that we found today. And we also raked out these two mason jar caps. And I find these a lot in the creeks, and on the riverbank. But most of them I find in the creeks. But I think these may be a little older than that. This says genuine Boyd's cap for mason jar. This one here is that one's kind of a white color. It's a little bit see-through, but a little more whitish color. This one has like a blue tint to it, and it says porcelain lined cap for mason fruit jars. So I think that's pretty old also. And then we raked out this bottle right here, which had a crack, as you can see, in the back. But it was all there, so I kept it. It wasn't missing any pieces, just that crack in the back. And it's really cool, these old hand-blown bottles. There's like bubbles in the glass. You can see if you can see that, there's a big bubble in the neck of the glass. Heavy seams down the bottles. I cannot find any information on this. Luckily, a little bit later after that, we pulled out one identical, and it's all there also with no cracks. It's in really good condition. If anybody knows what this bottle is, please leave a comment. I'm not real good on bottles. I can kind of tell an older bottle, but as far as dates, I haven't seen a lot of bottles. I need to buy a book on bottles, actually. But this is the same identical bottle as that cracked one. On the bottom, it has a number 267, and it has like a little curly vine. Looks like a vine design, shaped kind of like a musical treble clef character. So if anybody knows what those are, please let me know. Any good bottle experts in the group on my subscribers, please let me know what that is. And then we dug this one. It was down almost in a clay layer, and it had a fancy script on the side, and I looked it up and I found it online. It says hemiboloids on both sides, and on the bottom it says the Palisade Manufacturing Company, Yonkers, New York. Very cool bottle. Amber. And I found this one online, and it is circa 1890s for this bottle. Really cool looking bottle. I like that one. And then we raked out this little bottle here. It's just a slick, but it is really cool. You can see how it's not perfectly made. You can tell it's all hand blown. The glass is like thicker on one side than the other. Heavy seams down the side, and you can see on a lot of these old bottles, the neck is not perfect. Sometimes they're crooked, and there you can actually see right there a bubble in the glass. There's a few smaller bubbles in the glass, and this has a number 3 embossed on the back. I have no idea what that was. It probably had a paper label on it, I would say. Paper label stuck to it. But I think this may have been the find of the day. This really cool little medicine bottle. And I did find this one online, the exact same bottle right here. And it says Sounders Elegant Flavoring Extracts. Royal Remedy, Dayton, Ohio. Very cool bottle. Perfect. And this guy on here is dating it from 1875 to 1885. So that site we're on, there was a homestead there, and I would say that was just a family dump that they were throwing stuff out back in the dump or in the old privy outhouse. Maybe that's where it was coming from, but I would say it's a dump because it was scattered around a little more and all those stones thrown in there. So next time I go, I need to bring a better shovel, and my rake was taking a beating, like I say, on those rocks, you know. So next time I go down, I'll have a little more time. I spent probably I'd say 4 hours in there to find these. And there's so many broken things down there. I'd like to pull a croc out of there. There were so many broken ones, small, large ones. Smaller ones probably have a lot better chance to survive, like these smaller bottles do. The larger stuff seems to break a lot easier. But all in all, we had a good day, and we will go back down there. Maybe next time I'll take the metal detector and look around with that. It's hard to tell what we'll find. And until the next time, we'll see you later.